learned a lot and hope to, keep growing in that area.
Well, and hopefully it kind of not only opened your eyes, but just the people that you're in contact with. A lot of it right now, because it doesn't have the funding to do the proper marketing or to get the word out there, it's just word of mouth. And so the fact that you guys are seeing it and you're able to see how good of a product it is, you can tell other people about it and they can come and watch it as well. So kudos to you. Keep up the good work, because that's how we got to do it right now.
Yeah, well, we were doing the easy part. It was the ladies down there playing that were doing the hard part. I mean, we just showed up and got to talk football for a couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing about women's football is that football is, first of all, the only sport that I can really think of where little girls could probably say, oh, I can't play that because I'm a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And football is a sport where you need every shape, every size of a human to be successful. You cannot be all the same size. And there is nowhere in society where you can look at females and tell them that, or tell a big woman, I need you, you're important, without you we will not be successful, or we have to be all different shapes and sizes. That is the opposite of what society tries to tell women, and football is so empowering in so many different ways. We just need to keep pushing it forward.
Well, and in our market, really, until last couple of years, the only really contact sport ladies and girls could play would be soccer. Now we got wrestling. Of course, there are youth girls, a lot more youth girls hockey teams in our area now, but hockey's just not that big of a sport in our area either. So, but there's not a lot of contact sports, and hey, girls like to hit too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be pushing that and talking about it here on the show. And I mean, we want to let I'm a dad of two daughters. One's a teenager now, one's just 10. But I want them to be able to look up to women like you and your sister and you, Danny, and just whatever they want to do, they can go do it. Whether that be in football or whether that be in something else. Be a CEO or whatever they grow up and want to do. I just tell them all the time, hey, just because you're girls doesn't mean that, you're not going to get the opportunity.
Right. You can do anything you want, even little boys. I hope that it speaks to little boys who may not want to play football or maybe feel pressured to be masculine, or what society's telling them. If they want to dance or if they want to play music, hopefully they look at things like my sister's doing and say, well, if she can do and follow what she loves, maybe I can too.
Yeah, it's a matter of being able to break boundaries. Just no matter what sex you are, what color you are, what you believe, it is about being able to follow your dreams. And even if it seems like it's far-fetched or something that's society doesn't believe is what you should be doing, but you feel so passionate about it that you want to pursue it, I hope that the three of us just are that kind of beacon to say, hey, you know what? Defy all of the odds. Put all of the haters in the back of your mind. Do not let those affect you, because ultimately you have to do what makes you happy and what you believe gives you a platform to change the world. Absolutely.
That's very well said.
Yes.
That's probably why you're, a big-time sports director.
Mic drop.
With all that, so...
Hey, I couldn't do it without Liz. I'll tell you that much.
Well, thank you for taking a few minutes to come on and talk to us.
I got one more question.
Oh, you got one more, Jim?
Yeah. I got two more, actually. You still getting confetti out of your hair from last Sunday? And
I think we both are, right? Yes. You gotta take advantage of those confetti showers, because they do not happen very often.
I saved some of the confetti.
Yes, as you should, because these moments don't happen. People, even around this area in San Francisco, these are two teams that are going to the Super Bowl and haven't been there in a while.
Yep.
So take advantage of these opportunities. They are once-in-a-lifetime moments. Keep that confetti that's falling out of your hair and your boots and your shoes and your sleeves, because these are memories that we will remember forever. And so, you know what? Hopefully, Liz, you get the opportunity to do another confetti shower on next Sunday.
I hope so too.
And hopefully you're not a Type A person and you had your sports broadcast planned out for the whole week, because KUK State kind of changed everybody's. Oh my gosh, look at you!
I thought I was going to cover a fun Sunflower Showdown. I thought it was going to be my day off.
You were there,
taking a nice game, yes. And sure enough, within the final seconds, it just changes the whole storyline. And you're like, well, we just went from being, just a sports story to being now a national A-block story. So it rocked our world on Tuesday. But you know what? That's good, because we live for this kind of stuff.
Did you see the jokes out there? They were trying to take some attention away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was like Chiefs win the AFC Championship game for the first time in 50 years, but KUK State hold my beer.
Yeah. Well, we really appreciate you coming on for a few minutes with us. I know you're super busy and you got a show to get ready for yourself, so thank you for coming on, and have a good show tonight.
Thank you, Danny.
Hey, thank you very much. And Liz,
Neil,
yes, our conversation will to be continued.
Yes.
About playing.
I'll text Neil and make sure that he knows he's going to be a cheerleader on the sideline next year.
Perfect.
See you in Miami.
See ya.
All right. That was Danny Welniak, the sports director at KCTV5, who played with Liz and Katie back in the day, and good teammates. And you could kind of see that connection, there with you guys.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. She's one of my good friends and always will be, whether she plays for me or not.
Yeah. Well, I think she should. So I'm
agree.
going to go on record there and say that she should come out of retirement, playing and do that. And no disrespect, to the receivers you had last year, but that connection can't be, replaced. And
Nope.
when you already know somebody and have a good feeling with them. So, but we were. What do you got, Jim?
Oh, I just wanted to let you know, O.J. Simpson, and it's not the O.J. Simpson, it's the Kansas City O.J. Simpson, said, keep balling, and he's watching.
All right,
You
cool.
know O.J.? Liz, you know O.J. Simpson?
O.J. Simpson.
From here, played arena ball?
Yes,
He said, keep balling.
I will.
Yeah. And Austin will be joining us, I think, here in a few minutes via V-Call. Again, he's on training with his new job. But, as we go, let's kind of talk about your sister. And, we talked about it on the last show, but how did she kind of get her start in coaching?
So she was in Kansas City living here. She was working for the city, and she was coaching youth boys football, and then she started coaching Scott Pioli's 5th grade girls basketball team. So Scott Pioli was a general manager here at the time, so that's how she kind of got connected with Scott. And then Scott went to Atlanta, and Katie went to Atlanta as a scout internship with the Falcons, and then that's where she met Kyle Shanahan. And when Kyle got his head coaching job in San Francisco, she followed him there, and she's been there ever since.
Yeah, Shanahan is one of the guys that – there's Austin. Still says Danny under there. But
Oh, I got to change that. Hey,
that's Austin. He's definitely not as good looking.
Austin City Limits.
Hey, he's got the Midwest Mike's gear on.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Steve.
What's up, buddy?
I think you got hotel internet going, don't you?
You got the
Oh, yeah.
hotel internet?
It's slow.
Yeah, it's slow.
Yeah, do you guys still want to do it with me, or is it
Why don't you switch off and go to regular Wi-Fi, and then we'll come back to you.
Yeah, we'll come back. I know Kyle Shanahan is, kind of one of the young coaches that everybody's talking about, and I'm sure your sister's interactions with him in Atlanta, was where he learned that she's a pretty sharp offensive mind too. And, head coaches don't just hire people to hire people. So, I think that's a testament to her and that she made an impression on him that when he got that job and he's going to rebuild an organization, that he asked her to come.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear so many good things from her about Kyle and how brilliant he is. And she's talked about that from day one. And I think her helping with the offense, installing things with him, his own offense and things that he knows, it's comfortable to have people who know that, especially when you transfer teams. So bringing people that know your offense, especially as a head coach, it really helps implement that into new players. You don't have to reteach it to new coaches. So her just working hard, grinding every day. She's been really lucky to be able to learn from, I think, one of the smartest in the game. And I think people are finally starting to realize that. And, I think there are some really bright things ahead for the Niners.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, too. I mean, because obviously his last name, Shanahan, his dad was a coach. So, I mean, he's a guy that has a true NFL pedigree, came up being a ball boy and being around those teams that his dad coached. And so I feel like that almost, if he's going to hire a female coach, he's not going to do it to be a token female. Like, he's going to hire somebody that's going to help him win football games.
Yep. At the end of the day, it's a spot, in your coaching staff that's taken up. So you're not just going to fill that with anybody. He wants to win. He's a guy that's extremely brilliant, and she's so lucky to be able to learn from him.
Oh, we got Austin back. Hey, you hear us better now? We hear you?
Yeah. I think I'm on. Still might be on a little bit of a.
Yeah, you're coming in every other word right now.
A little bit of a delay, but that's all right. We'll try it. We'll get through it. You doing all right? You just get off work?
Yeah, I can jump. If it helps, I can just jump off. It's fine.
No, you're good. You can hang out with us. If you got something, just jump in. So when you guys were playing together, obviously you were the receiver, your sister was the quarterback. We talked about that connection that helps. That helped you guys be on some pretty good teams together. And then when your sister got the opportunity to go to Atlanta, I mean, I'm sure you were excited, but was part of you kind of like, oh man, now we got to figure out what we're going to do at quarterback?
Oh yeah. From a football standpoint, I didn't know what we were going to do. But, we made it work. We did. Her presence was extremely missed. I don't think that we've been the same since she left. But hopefully the glory, the Kansas City glory can now, pick up where she left off.
Yeah, it's, moving forward, it's different, a little different organization. I've noticed through the Instagram and on the website and stuff, some of the same faces are involved, that I did see last year. But, what's kind of been the growing pains of kind of starting this new organization?
I don't think there really have been any new growing pains. I think it's the typical, women's football pain to play growing pains that we've always dealt with. In terms of a marketing standpoint, you don't have the same issues of, making sure everything's completely changed now because, the Titans or whatever team was previous isn't really as prominent, I guess you could say, in social media and all that. So there's not really that big of a switch. It's just getting our name out there and getting people to realize that we are here in Kansas City.
Yeah, I know that you said you guys are kind of practicing right now, a couple days a week. How's that going, and how many women do you have out?
Yeah, it's going well. We practice Tuesday and Thursday nights right now. We have a good number. Obviously everyone has a full-time job, so commitments are hard at this time. Our training camp officially will start the weekend after the Super Bowl. So, that's when our season will officially start, and practice will be mandatory and things like that.
Yeah. If anybody out there listening wants to figure out how to get involved, or if they're a woman and wants to come try to play, where can they find you guys?
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram, Kansas City Glory. You can go to the website there from that Instagram. You can reach out to me personally at Liz Sowers 3 on Instagram, or you can go to our website, kansascityglory.com.
Okay, and we'll make sure we'll share all of those through our social media and everything. Like I said, we want to promote the women's football here in Kansas City. We want you guys